Hello everybody and welcome to this Let's Play of Fresh Bros with yours truly, SlowWolf. So what is this? Well, welcome to the racing platform game which is entirely themed around electronic dance music. Rush Brothers. Yeah, thank you game for getting that across to us all very, very well and concisely. So what's the story behind this game? Well, you got two brothers and they were DJing and everything, and then one day they had a falling out, and they decided it was a great idea to just race against each other using music, sort of. Why don't we go into the options quickly? There's not much here. You can change the bloom, the color distortion, the VSync, the full screen, all that stuff. Not a problem. The audio is very simple, yet again, and that's pretty much all the options there are. There's also languages. So we can go in language of English. On peut parler français, Estina, Suomi, Portuguese, Turkish, Espanol, Magyar, Italiano, I don't know, Russian, maybe? I guess. Dutch, and English. So, yeah, that's the options. The cool things about this game, I'll start with the pluses. The plus is that you are typically able to create your own playlist for the game, which means you can listen to your music in the game and actually also have it impact the game somewhat. It changes the speed of the obstacles. So hey, a little bit of customization in the game, always cool. I like customization in games. To a degree, obviously, but hey. So you can actually have a custom playlist and you can go ahead and look through all your stuff and, you know what, no problem. It's all good. Open that up. Okay. Unfortunately, the only music I have on this computer that would be worth having in this game is the Astronaut soundtrack, and for some strange reason, the MP3s don't want to be imported. So, we're gonna have to deal with the default playlist, which has its good tracks and has its bad tracks, but for the most part, the music's alright. If anything, it definitely fits the theme of the game, which is to say electronic, you know, dance, trance, whatever the hell you want to go for. So, as far as gameplay modes go, you got arcade mode where you can play against your previous selves, your ghosts and all that, and just try to get the best possible time score that you can. You can also play on the same screen versus do that with a controller and you're well off. Again, controllers are awesome for this. Keyboard's a little bit weird. Grab a controller if you're going to play this. You can also play over the Steam on the multiplayer, and there are leaderboards for that too. We're going to do arcade mode. Now, while you're playing single player mode, if you're just waiting for other people, you can accept challenges at any time so that we can play some multiplayer. Hey, why not? You can also do remixes of levels that you've beat, so that way you can have the level be different or more difficult or something or other. So, we're going to start with the basic level. Boop-a-da-boo. Now, as far as gameplay goes, hey, it's solid for the most part. You've got your basic slide jumps, you've got wall slides, you've got, well, everything you could possibly want, really, as far as the platformer goes, on a very basic level. Whoop. Let's see if I can beat myself. Boingy, boingy. Yeah, that's right, I'm beating my old score. I'm so cool. Just hop down here, kill myself. I don't know why you need to kill yourself, but anyway. Boingy, boingy, boingy. Welcome to the tutorial level. Okay, now, here's what bothers me. One thing that bothers me, anyway. Music-controlled obstacles sound cool on paper, end up being incredibly frustrating in practice. That might just be me, but music-controlled obstacles are just random, it feels like. Especially if you have music that doesn't have a lot of bass to it. Then you're gonna have moments where you're just wondering, well, where the hell did that come from, and why does it go that far? Some of the boundaries for some of the obstacles are not clearly marked out, so you don't know where you're going unless if you don't know where they're going unless if you have previous experience. So that's one problem with having customizable music in this, but otherwise it's a pretty cool thing. The game itself, again, controls are fairly simple. You've got slides, you can slide jump, and you can wall slide. Aside from that, it's all just jump and move wherever you need to move. Like, there's nothing super difficult about the controls, which is alright. That's pretty good. You can intuitively figure them out if you played a video game before. Now, let's see. What else can I say about this game? Decent music, intuitive controls that are completely rebindable, customizable music, That's and lots of levels. It has lots and lots of levels that you can that you can master. So there's a degree of replayability in that. You can also play against other people, so that way this racing game doesn't get too stale. The power-ups in the racing area are frustrating for the most part. Actually, they either slow you down to a point where you can't move and therefore can't go further, can't go any farther because you can't jump over a pit, or they completely reverse your controls, flip everything upside down, do a bunch of other stuff. Honestly, that just frustrates me. It's a racing game, so stick to racing. I mean, I don't know. The power-ups frustrate me, but hey, you know what? It's a racing aspect of the game. The power-ups are supposed to be good and are supposed to frustrate. And if you know where you're going in the level, hey, you know what? Congrats, good for you. You spent the time to go ahead and pick up the power-ups. That way your opponent couldn't get anywhere. Sure, why not? Although I do wish they would have more personal power-ups in these levels, because hey, it's single player is great because you have double jump, you've got the speed up, and those two make for a fun experience when you're racing around on these levels. The other ones just frustrate the other player, and I'm not a big fan of just frustrating your opponent. So that might be a slight gripe I have, but that's personal. Why don't we go to gripes that I have that are actually of value? So, one of the big gripes I have that is of actual value is, well, the colors, actually. Now, you might think that art is subjective, and that there's no real opinion, one singular opinion that works for all things relating to color and art and all that good stuff. Okay, come on, Laser. You can stop now. Well, unfortunately, as much as I'd love to agree with you, and I do for the most part, art is very subjective. Video games, probably most of all. However, there's something to be said when the colors of a game impede you from playing the damn game. I would like to start off by saying, okay, who here can see all the projectiles that are coming at me? Probably not many of you. And it's not anything against you guys. It's not necessarily because you're colorblind, because if you are colorblind, you're fucked, by the way. But even if you aren't colorblind, look at this. Look at the back. The background is so brightly colored with greens and purples and stuff. And these green projectiles that these things are shooting are almost unseeable. Why? Why would you do that? If this is a racing game and you purport that it is, then why aren't you able to telegraph the freaking projectiles properly? Like, you can barely see the things that are trying to kill you. It doesn't make sense to me. The rest of the level is black and bold against this bright background. Why can't the things that are trying to kill you be like a dark, thick, solid color too? It's just frustrating. I mean, you're playing a racing game, and the very level itself, in the sense of the design of the game, let's try that again, the colors of the game are against you. There's no reason for that. That's just stupid. So, that's one gripe I've got with this game, is that the colors are just out of whack. They're frustrating. Except for in one or two other levels, with the colors like, yeah, okay, there's lots of black, but it's all fine otherwise. This looks like it's gonna be perfect for what I'm trying to get across here. So the level itself is made out of yellow. You've got these lava things all over the place. You got yellow spikes, but yellow floor. The spikes kill you. The floor doesn't. So you kind of have to look out for the shapes. I barely even saw the yellow because of all the yellow things everywhere. Here we go. Are those projectiles? Yeah, they are. Can you barely see them? I can barely see them. So there's spikes there. Could I see them? No. Why? Because the background is made of lava. So we're going to jump on top of these platforms with spikes underneath that are the same color as the majority of the color of the platform. Yeah, okay, makes beautiful sense. Just going to go down these things. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, right, gotta move. Why the green things are the same color as the toxic goo that they're standing over? Who knows? I didn't even notice that I was standing on platforms until it was way too late. Alright, so we're just going to wait for the music to be weird and done and annoyed. Bonk. Oh, spikes everywhere. Okay, cool. So you can see the colors are frustrating, they're unintuitive, and for the most part, it's just annoying. I mean, why are the colors so weird? Why does it have to be strange? I understand you're going for a certain aesthetic here. You're going for like the rave, dance, trance deal going on here. No, that's interesting and great. Yeah, and I died there 6 times. Fantastic. Go me. I'm the best. But, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, so we're gonna have to go from higher. There we go. Wonderful. Oh, hey, I made it that time. That's wonderful. Okay, so I'm just gonna slide around. How I didn't die there, I don't know. I touched the blade thing, I was pretty sure. Oh. So the glitch stuff is bad. I'm not supposed to touch that. That's new to me. And the music's just going around. That's fine. Okay. Right, I somehow touched the tip of that. That's cool. Oh, the bouncer threw me into a killing thing. That's cool too. Slide past, try to stay ahead of the digitizing evil. Oh, almost there. And there we go. Level beat. Fantastic. So that should illustrate more or less why I have a problem with the colors of this freaking game. That pretty much does everything for me on that front. Now, I've got one other gripe with this game before I finish this review, and it's the controls. But not that the controls are what the controls are, but that they're not very precise. I'd like to show you what happens when I tap a button. It's a little bit more than a tap. Now, what happens if I start going fast and I stop? And stop. Did I stop? When I said stop? Absolutely not. I did not. Is this supposed to be a good thing? No, it's not. Having the ability to slide around might be fun in some other games, but I'm not playing a racing game so I can pretend I'm permanently on the ice level of Crash Bandicoot the Second. That's not the point. Again, this is a racing game. It values precision. And that's great. That's a beautiful thing. I love precision. Precision's what you want in these kinds of games. And that's not what is delivered. And that's just frustrating. It's annoying. Because you're sliding around, you can't really quite control where you're going. On top of that, you cling to every wall like it's your goddamn mother. Hold on for a second. We have to go all the way back now because I slipped, which kind of sucks. Wonk. Can I skip past here? No, I cannot. Okay, cool. So we have to find someplace where I can. Oh, actually, wait. Can I just go to the right? Yeah, I can in this level. I can just head to the right. Oh, well, now I can't because I've gone too far. Wait, no. Shit. Let's go back this way. Hold on. Beautiful. All right. So no problems here. I cling to every wall ever. I would rather that I had to push the jump button again to cling to walls. Because this is ridiculous. I cling to everything. Everything. And in some cases, like there, yeah, sure, why not? Woo, it allows me to get around a little bit quicker. But most of the time, I'm just trying to get down. I'm just trying to move downward. And you're not letting me go down fast. I don't want to go down through sliding off the wall. I want to fall. I want to actually just go down. And there's no way to really do that other than let go and wait a full, like, second for your character to go, oh, right, I'm supposed to fall. Why is it like that? Why? There's no point. It doesn't make sense. It's a racing game. You're supposed to have a degree of precision. When I say stop holding onto the wall, I don't want to hold on to it for another second. I want to hold on to it for 0 more seconds. So, that's my biggest gripe with this. Controls and colors. Now, the colors in this level are fine. This is probably the best design level in the entire game for that. Because everything that you're supposed to be touching is a bold color. It's great, it's awesome, and it's fantastic. However, the rest of this, not so much. The rest of the game is usually brightly colored backgrounds that really gouge out your eyes and that make it hard to see anything that you're supposed to be able to see, like enemy projectiles and even other obstacles like spikes and such. However, the interesting soundtrack, which admittedly, I don't listen to a lot of this kind of music in the same sense, like, you know, dubstep almost in some cases, electronica in a very simple way in others. It reminds me a lot of deadmau5. dead mouse is a good way of putting what style this music is. So just hop down here, pick up the last key, and then go through the rest of this level. So the music is pretty good if you're into stuff like dead mouse, Skrillex, that kind of deal. Heck, even a bit of Rat-a-tat going on in some of this. And the concept is fine. And for a casual game, you know what? This is all right. But again, I can't excuse it because it wants to be, more casual and wants to cater to a different audience. The problem, there are issues with this game inherently in what it wants to be. It wants to be a racing game, but it does things that a racing game shouldn't do. It makes obstacles a little bit more difficult to predict. It makes, okay, well that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it makes them impossible to predict in some cases because the music might not have the bass that you want if you have the customized music option enabled. On top of that, the controls themselves are loose. Unless you get used to them, and I mean really used to them, there's no way you stop on a dime. You don't stop on a dime. In fact, you stop on several feet of slidey space. That's not good. That's not good at all. And the colors hurt your face. And finally, it's not Super Meat Boy. Like, Super Meat Boy had incredibly tight controls. It had amazing controls. You stopped on a dime in that game. And in this game, not the case. On top of that, you don't do what you want when you want. And that's a big problem for me. It's the reason why I'm probably not going to be playing a lot of this. Otherwise, though, it's an alright game. You might want to just watch the video with me and Roy to see what the multiplayer is like first. And, take a look at, consider this review, consider other reviews first. This is just my opinion, so, take it with a grain of salt. Either way, thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. I know I sure did. I always enjoy being able to record stuff for you guys. And I will see you guys in the next video. Later!